Yep. Gonna come up with a topic. It's Joe Bomb Squad. It's my game therapy rants. Been doing a lot of stuff. Been thinking about a lot of things. A lot of things. Also, I'm not playing Dark Souls until I figure out a strategy to be able to beat that scorpion lady. Um, I also want to beat that dude who's the he'll probably drop items, but I I want to keep going in it with the same character, but right now I'm gonna do a mission, so it'll be good. Let's see here. Oh, that's right. I have to change people's.
Oh, man, I feel like crap. How's it hanging? I got my 12 inches hanging right.
And then I realize that I don't have any missions either, except.
Yes, I heard. Yours was hidden behind some ass cheeks.
Alright, we have 5 missions with Trevor.
We are Scooter Brothers! Scooter Brother!
Beautiful.
Scooter Brother!
Alright, I gotta find out.
Scooter Brother! Don't you get
Oh, wait.
Hey, pal! Ow. Hot damn!
There we go. Where's C at? C is. I'm going to C right there. Or is that B? Let's B. Where's C at? There's M. It's mission. Sandy Shores helipad. Barry. We'll go to Barry for a minute.
I just waxed this puppy! insurance details.
Oh, I know what that is. B is freaking.
Keep careful. Possession of a vegetable will be illegal. Come any closer, I'm calling the cops.
What a fucking asshole.
Look at me, get your Portugal.
That's what happens. Celebration. Anyways, I'm not gonna defeat those clowns again because it's annoying as shit. So I'm going to a different mission.
Wow. Oh, by the way, that's entirely your fault. Wambada.
Celebrity. What is it? Celebrity item. Cool. And we're going to M.
Crap.
What is this?
It's a thing. You said you wanted work? This is work.
Uh-huh. And who's the guy?
You'll see.
Yes?
Hi.
Oh.
We're looking for Mr. Madrazo.
Patricia, for fuck's sake, just let him in.
Right this way, gentlemen.
Patricia, get us something to drink, would you? Quickly!
Good to see you again, Michael.
Likewise. It's my friend Trevor.
Sit down. Sit. So what did you tell him about me, about Martin Madrazo?
Martine's an old friend of mine, Trevor.
The truth.
Martine is a terrifying psychopath who tried to kill me.
Exactly. But some
Yep.
people, they no longer fear me as much as they used to. People who were close to me. My cousin, you met in Michael. Well, apparently, he's thinking about testifying against me.
So I have him killed.
I'm going to. By you.
Our debt was settled.
This is a favor. For a friend. But does friendship mean nothing these days?
Hello? What's the deal?
This is him. Javier. He's flying off to Liberty City this afternoon. And he's taking some files of mine. Innocent files that, I need back. There's a gun set up in the hills. I have a man watching at the airport. We'll let you know, and when he flies by...
We're gonna do this, and I'm gonna come up with a topic, but
Get the files back.
Man, what's up, hey? Huh?
Trevor, come on.
You still want the drink?
Not now! Pendeja! ¿Qué no ves que estoy hablando con unas gentes aquí?
All right. You grab a vehicle, something versatile. I'll handle the gun.
All right.
Hey, let's stay in touch on the headsets.
Son of a bitch. He stole the good car. I wanted it.
Mike, you there? I got some poor bastard's dirt bike.
Yeah, okay, well, I ain't at the observatory yet. Start heading that way.
By the way, I know why you took me there. To that guy's house. Understood.
Understood what? That he's a terrifying psycho and that you might have that in common? What is it? We gotta work for him.
We don't gotta work for anyone, but I read you, man, loud and clear.
What are you talking about?
All that Aztec stuff. Those weird little artifacts.
What?
The little fertility statues, whatever. The guy has trouble getting it up. We'll clear 2-3 million on those, easy. Perverts will pay anything for hope.
We weren't casing the joint.
We didn't agree to a fee for this job, so what's it all about?
Okay, the guy lives well. That don't mean we're robbing him, but it does mean he's got money to pay people who help him. When the time comes, he'll do the right thing. If he don't, please, let me handle it.
You don't get a wife like that without being rich and an asshole, right?
The fuck?
So, how are things, Ether? Having a great day? I'm having an amazing day. I don't know about anyone else in this Ether, but I'm having a great day. I'm not that tired.
All right, I see the van with the gun in it. You nearby?
Not far out. Shoot the plane down and I'll be ready.
T, if you could see this gun, it might convince you Martin Madrazo ain't someone to be messing with.
The fancier the gun, the bigger the pussy who owns it. Now take down the jet.
There it is. Out past downtown. Gotta shoot in front to compensate for the speed of the jet. Nope.
I need to... God dang it. Retrying it.
I got her. Southwest of the city. The jet's moving. Gotta give a lead.
There it is. Dang it! Takes 3 shots. Up to my knowledge, I think. At least. Maybe. At some point. Give or take. Oh! Oh. Gotta retry it.
There it is. Out past downtown. Gotta shoot in front to compensate for the speed of the jet.
Got it.
First strike.
Hey, you see it? Plane's coming down. Can you stay with it?
Plugged into the air traffic control channel. Keep me updated.
Okie dokie. Plane ain't following the road. I gotta go cross country. There's a small jump coming up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Flight November
Yeah,
9
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Our engine number 2 is blown.
Roger, November 9 Charlie Echo, fly heading 240. Say your souls on board.
Pilot's fighting it, but he's going down.
Good. Stay on it. We need the files.
Flight November 9 Charlie Echo, say your souls on board.
2 souls on board. Engine 2 totally lost. All hydraulics lost. All hydraulic systems are gone.
Roger, November 9 Charlie Echo, where you put it down?
We're not gonna make the runway. Gonna have to ditch the son of a bitch and hope for the best. How you doing out there? Still got him?
I'm on him. He's past the airfield. Landing ain't gonna be pretty.
Where are you putting it down? You make the Alamo Sea Airfield?
Can't pull it round. Gonna have to put it down in the field somewhere.
Let's run into that van. So, making lots of thinks about... Yeah!
We have no hydraulic systems, no elevator control, very little aileron control. Series scouts are making a landing strip. Need to ditch.
Roger, November 9 Charlie Echo, you lost your manual flight control system. Pull your flaps.
Run! You better be working. Okay, this they farm out here is methamphetamine.
Ah, Trevor Phillips country.
God, I'm missing out here. You gotta come visit sometime.
Yeah, you know what? I'm good.
Losing altitude rapidly. I'm going to have to bring it down in dirt. God help us. Roger, November 9 to Charlie Echo. What is your status? God help us.
They're in the dirt.
Good. Get the files, and if the cousin made it, take him out.
Sure thing, but seriously, bro, coming all the way out here, we gotta get paid.
Just do the job. I'll get us paid.
Yay! We finished the mission.
T,
Kind of.
how'd it go?
Fine, just fine. I got the files. I'll take them to Madrezzo and explain the human cost of this errand.
Oh, take it easy, man. Listen to me. We'll talk about that later. I want you to just drop off the files. I gotta get rid of this rifle, then we'll talk.
Oh wait, it's not over with.
What is this bullshit?
Yeah.
What?
There's been a change of plans. You don't need to come to the ranch. Meet me at Stoner Cement Works, a little up Sonora Road from there.
What are you doing, Trevor?
Nothing you wouldn't do.
Trevor! Trevor! Ah, I wouldn't do. Somehow I don't believe that.
All right, let's come up with a topic. Topics about what's the topic gonna be about? What's the topic about? Topic about what's the topic about? What's the topic about?
Where is he? The fuck has happened? Why do you have his car?
Piece of turd, huh? No wonder people are stabbing him in the back.
What happened?
Cheap bastard. You know, I really don't know why you mess around with people like that, Mike. I mean, really, I
Tom!
don't.
Answer the fucking question.
I asked for a fair day's pay after a fair day's work. Then he kind of got a little angry. So, I admit, I kind of got a little angry.
Did you kill him?
What kind of fucking animal do you take me for? No, I didn't kill him.
Oh, fuck.
But I did kidnap his wife.
Oh, no. Oh, shit. What the fuck did you do?
Oh, I just told you what I just did. Now,
Oh, shit.
unfortunately, I think that we're gonna have to lay low for a little while, you know, we discuss things with Martin.
Oh, you think?
Why don't you hop in the back? All right, now, Patricia, she already called shotgun. Now, I know a nice little place we can hang out, you know, it's a very relaxing little spot. A little getaway, if you will, a cabin in the woods. You know what I'm saying.
Fair day's pay, yeah.
Come here, boy.
It's terrible.
That's trio, homie. Get in, boy.
Spending $200 on a
So yeah, topic. What am I gonna come up with? Oh, who knows? It's a draw. It's a shuffle. We're gonna come up with a topic though, and the topic's gonna be shit. What's the topic gonna be? It's gonna be a topic. I know that. What is the topic gonna be? Ah. Let's see what the topic is gonna be. Topico. Topica. Topic. I'm terrible at Spanish. Alright, freaking stuff. Topic.
Hey, remember me as Mama?
Lights traffic for an hour and stuff yesterday, yeah. Wasted my day.
Topic. What is it gonna be?
Sean, we family, chop. You dirty old piece of shit. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. Hey!
I don't have any bullets. I have baseball. Oh my gosh. Alright. Man. I don't. Anyways. Man. Let's see here. Alright. Oh man. It's like you don't know what to do sometimes, and then you're like, no, I don't know what to do. All right, where's my doggy?
Hey, don't make me commit a 187, homie. Let's go, hotshot.
Let's see here. What's a good topic? I don't know, but topic of holy shit. Topic. What kind of topic do I want to have as a topic? So I have to choose. No, I don't have to choose.
Where you at, man? Your house is empty.
Hey. I had to kind of lay low for a while. Yeah, that nice Mexican we met. Me and T did that job for him, and we fell out.
You gotta be joking.
I wish I was.
So where you at now?
Desert, out by Alamo Sea.
Alright, well, I'll hit you if I find anything.
Absolutely. Oh, hey. Trevor's got his wife.
Trevor's got a wife.
No, the Mexican's wife.
What? Shit, I don't know what to say about that one.
Nothing. Nothing to say about that.
Run! Run! I'm back!
I farted.
Bring me my coffee, I'm gonna cut your arm off.
Who the hell's that, your maid?
Business partner. Good guy. Very loyal. Ron, that is Michael. And this is Patricia. Listen, beautiful. You know, I'm sorry about everything that's happened. And, you know, I can't guarantee no harm's gonna come to you. I might have to chop you up into little pieces before spraying your pulp mess down the drain, but I really hope it doesn't come to that.
I appreciate your honesty. You are a good man. I can see that.
You need your eyes examined, then.
Ron, you miss me?
Yeah, Trevor, a bit, I mean.
How's the fucking business?
I tried.
If you're gonna give me a sob story, I'm gonna rip your fucking throat out and shove a turd down the hole.
It's not a sob story. It's just not quite come good yet. But I heard about something to do with Merryweather.
Those assholes.
Big
Yeah.
cache of weapons they got coming in. So I thought you might want to, requisition it.
Fantastic! Let's go!
I'm in.
Whoa, no, not you. Sit down. You're a wanted man. Stay low. And watch her, okay? She's a good lady. Let's go, Ron.
Good to meet you, Michael.
Fucking come on, let's go!
The weapons are coming in by air. We've got a plane over at the airstrip, but...
Right, let's go!
What are you going to do?
We're not gonna
All right,
take out
okay,
a private
so,
army on the ground, Ron. We gotta meet them in the air.
Okay, well, I knew that you were pissed after the Merryweather heist, giving back the hardware.
That was bullshit!
Right. So I've been monitoring chatter, tapping into Merryweather Network. Hold on! Merryweather Networks?
Feels good to be back in the company of a professional.
I gotta say, I got it. Now, I was expecting something a little more impressive. The late, great Michael Townley.
Not so late and not so great, right? And no longer called Townley. The years have not been terribly kind.
What's the end game, man? We had a good thing going without him.
If it's such a good thing, where's my money, huh? Where's my consultancy and my big fat dividend? I want a franchise network, Ron. I want reward cards, merchandise. I want to make gun violence and drug dependency accessible to every man and beast from Hove Beach to Vespucci. I want country clubs, and a depressed wife with blonde hair, and a hot little secretary who bounces on my boy.
There's Oscar's business. That's bringing cash in.
My stake in Oscar's thing ain't under the TP conglomerate umbrella. I want my own brand success.
It takes time.
Crop duster? That's the best we can do? Get in touch with my Mexican contact. Tell him we got some guns to sell.
I'll get you on the CV.
So, topic. It's gonna be beautiful when we come up with one. It's gonna be wonderful. I'm gonna have it like totally in my midst of a topic that I'm gonna. Oh, absent-mindedness. That's a good topic.
I got the cargo plane right ahead of me.
You got the weapons they're using to enslave us on board. If we could get a hold of them, oh my god. I know it isn't my place to ask, but how exactly do you plan on requisitioning this equipment so you cut up to them?
Whoa! One step at a time, Ronald. Let's just get there first.
Descend, Trevor. This is meant to be a restricted airspace.
You got bad information, brother. I'm fine.
Oh, okay. I got an idea.
We're flying by the military base now. Avoid it, boss. Don't fly over.
They're out and clear.
Okay, I got that's messed up, but also to let's see, yeah, forgetfulness. Okay, what is the main thing of forgetfulness? Why do we forget everything sometimes when we're doing stuff? It could be anything from just like I guess forgetting to turn off the stove, or to forgetting that what you were doing, and if what you were doing was very, very important, then that is very unfortunate sometimes. People don't understand what it's like when they forget. They don't really they just their mind goes into a haze.
You want me to put my nose into the dirt? Dick. You know, Ronald. Ronald, you there?
You got a job, man. They're on their screens.
Altitude's just fine, Ron.
You're reading, King. Descend some.
I'm plenty low enough, Ron.
let's see. Yeah, I forgot what I was saying there. Just my memory went into a haze, and then I decided that I wasn't gonna say that sentence. You can forget a lot of different things, and when you think sometimes that you have control over a situation, situations can go awry, and
Most certainly. These bricks.
sometimes even just by forgetting something, just by forgetting one thing,
Warlord confiscating the weapons is
you know,
practically a public service. Karmically, we're golden. What's
like
not to be sure about? When you put it like that, handle your end, okay?
let's see, forgetfulness. What do I believe in when I forget things? Let's see here. When I forget things, I try to
Alright, we're out of military airspace. Cleared to gain altitude. Here we go! Come in, light aircraft. Identify yourself and state your intent.
This is Captain T in a 1989 crop duster. Just enjoying the beautiful San Andreas weather.
I'm good at flying. I'm good at flying. Yeah, maybe people forget stuff all the time. Doesn't mean that they're gonna forget stuff all the time. People forget stuff constantly, so it's like I try to entail like I try to make sure that I can I try to
Identify aircraft. Divert your course or we will be forced to shoot you down.
Really? Shoot me down? Well, that seems a little extreme, doesn't it?
when you really like remember.
Divert or you will be grounded.
My fate's in your hands.
We are clear to engage.
You're firing rockets at a crop duster? What's wrong with you?
Nearly over the metropolitan area. You gotta do whatever you're doing. Pronto.
Ramming speed! Oh, my good Light out fire!
Trevor died. So back to what I was saying. Forgetfulness. People forget stuff all the time. It doesn't mean they're gonna forget stuff all the time. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Is if you forget things one time, that doesn't mean you're gonna forget things all the time. When you do stuff that's really good for you, like God dang it, man. You gotta like shoot him in the face. Ah. Wish that was the frickin' thing. Oh my goodness.
He crashed into the plane!
Alright, so we're gonna use this one. Alright, we're gonna jump over this. Son of a bitch! But forgetfulness, man. Sometimes you forget that you started this already, and you gotta realize stuff. Like, sometimes I'm very, very humorous in the way that I try to rant, because I know that I'm just trying to make myself laugh. So, what the farts? Go, man. Yeah, go.
You want to work for DP Industries?
But yeah, forgetfulness. Remember that if you forget stuff, then remember it. Remember, because when you remember stuff, you forget it. You set it, then forget it.
Frequency, over. Ron! Ron, you there? I got the jet. You with the buyers?
We're here, T. Awaiting your arrival.
Man, see, I don't have any cargo in this jet. I know how to fly cargo just now.
Attention, Meriwether Jet. We are under orders to escort you to base. Change course or we will engage.
Oh, or you could diddle yourself. Hey, Ron. So, the frickin' Air Force are on me.
They deployed jets. Try and fly over them, T.
We'll see if that helps.
Comply immediately.
I'm landing at Mackenzie Field. We can discuss this there, on the dirt, like men.
So yeah, my topic, what I was talking about, forgetfulness. Sometimes you forget to remember. And then when you forget to remember, you're forgetting, remembering to forget. Sometimes remembering to forget things is more important than forgetting to remember. You know, that kind of stuff. So, whenever you...
Hey, you wouldn't shoot me down anyway. Think of the ground casualties.
I'm flying through the air, I'm flying.
Authorization process complete. Clear to engage. Eagle 1, Fox 2. Eagle 2, Fox 2.
I'm here! I'm here! This goose is cooked, Ron! Ron! Ron, you hear me?
The engine's gone. You ain't gonna land it. Get out of there. Jump.
gonna shoot, I'll bail. Okay.
Shit! Gotta run. Gotta run. Yeah, yeah. I can show you the world. It's a beautiful song. And that's pretty much all I can say. There's a thing. It's like, where is that? Is that over there? Oh, I can't focus on the cargo ship anymore because... I really wish that, like, sometimes you could just, like, you could have a parachute, because that's, like, the most fun part about flying, about falling down to the ground. It's like you have a parachute eventually, and I'm amazing. I am able to get the parachute now. Minor turbulence. So, forgetfulness. Realizing that there is... You forget things, but then you remember them. Remember that if you forget them, then... You know, remember.
Trevor! Shit, are you okay? I saw the plane go down.
I survived, and Lizard Army didn't do so well, so that's something.
Ah, thank God. The fuselage went into the Alamo Sea. You might be able to salvage the hardware with dive gear or something.
Ah, good idea. But it'll take time. Tell Oscar he ain't getting these guns.
Okay. Look, I gotta ask, are you in with the federal government? An agent, Sanchez, was round here saying you and Michael had to meet his supervisors at the garage, the cook site.
Fuck, I gotta do this, okay? But I'm using them, all right? They ain't using me. Let's make that clear.
Doobie doobie doo. Doobie doo. I'm too sexy for my boots. Too sexy for my freaking two-tone shirt. Yeah. It's really awesome. It's a really awesome song. I think that's an awesome song. And that's all that matters. So, whenever you forget about something, remember that if you forget, then you gotta remember it. You know? Sometimes my rants are lighthearted.
Bullshit.
You know? Sometimes it's lighthearted. Sometimes it's lighthearted. It's good. It's good times. Because remember, if you don't forget them, forget that don't remember, then if you didn't remember, then more good luck. Good lucky times. God dang it. I want a freaking four-wheeler. Or this thing. Yeah. But just remember, don't forget stuff. Because if you do forget, then you won't be able to remember. Remember that? Or always remember that. And don't forget it. Because if you do, then, alright? Remember it, but then don't forget it. Always remember, if you forget something along the way, remember that if you forget it, then you'll remember. Fuck up.
For fuck's sakes.
Remember not to forget, though, because remembering is good. It's good not to forget, because remembering, you know, when you remember, it's better than forgetting, because it's better to remember than to forget. I don't know. I think of things in like linear, sometimes, or non-linear, because that's the reason why I forget things sometimes. I don't remember like words. Sometimes I remember like, oh, that's because of that and that and that and that. I remember in events sometimes, and that's probably the reasons why I'm able to to tie so many different things together, I guess. I don't think in words. I think in like emotions, or I think in like, not emotions, but like linear events, basically, like linear, like things that happened. And the way people felt, and I remember a feeling more than I remember like what I ate yesterday. So that's what I do. It's not like a savant sort of thing. I don't think it's a savant sort of thing. That'd be really cool if it was. But yeah. God dang it. That's right. God dang it. No.
Trevor!
He called me back. He's gonna call me. He's gonna call me. Stupid frick. You son of a bitch! But just remember, I just cracked my entire body. Oh. Remember not to make forgetting, so you don't forget. Remember, if you don't forget things, then you won't forget them. Because you won't remember how not to forget, because you won't. I'm so stupid sometimes. If you remember not to forget, then you're better off than if you forget to remember. Remember that. I'm just coming up with different phrases that I can do because I'm a comedic genius, that's why.
You only have yourself to blame.
Alright, so. We got another one. We got L and D. Tightness. I'll go to L. I'm gonna go to L. Woohoo!
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let's get this over with.
Attention all units. We've got a 211 on a group sex security truck. Respond code 3.
Give it up, man!
Yeah. 7,000. Yeah, $7,000. That was all. I didn't even know that was happening. And also, you'll run into stuff like armored cars. That's not true. Whatever. Don't remember. Hey, if you remember more than just things not to, but then don't, but then do. So do. All right. At least I'm a gamer, you know. I like to gaming it up. Because games, you know. Game. All right. Hopefully there's no train. There is 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 no train. You're right about that. There is no train. Yes, I'm right. I gotta hurry up and there goes. There's a train. 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 Ah. All right. So remember, if you forget, then more than if you just forget. Then if you do, but you don't. But hey, if you think about that, then you got it. All right. Yeah. Is that a C? Is that C right there? No, C's pretty far away probably. I'm just gonna go rob this haircut shop. Gotta shoot because you don't want to hurt anybody. I know you're closed. I'm just getting $87. That was really poor. I'm coming back and I'm gonna expect at least 100. Your business is doing terrible. All right, watch this. Guys, watch out. I'm gonna go.
Dispatch, we got a visual on the perp.
Ooh, wish you could. But then, remember, being a better person takes no effort at all. Sometimes, all you have to do is talk to people and be nice to them, sincere. Being a good person is not bad. It doesn't take anything. Sometimes it just takes giving up something that you might work towards for yourself. Realize that goals are attainable, but maybe someone doesn't feel as though they want to attain them. It's all about inspiring other people, and that being a good person is through example. Sometimes you'll be able to and this is forgetting, but I'm forgetting a little bit, but remembering that people want to help sometimes. People want to help because they want to be remembered. They want to be remembered, and they want to remember you. They want to think back on a certain moment because that's what they... Because you don't... Your brain doesn't constantly focus. It constantly focuses on events, but what your subconscious doesn't focus on, or what your subconscious focuses on, is certain events that changed the way you looked at something. It changed the way you looked at, say, another person, or an event itself, or a bonding experience you had with, I'd say, a parent or a friend or a sibling or anything like that.
Dispatch, we got eyes. We're in pursuit.
Yes. Realize that the more experiences you have, the more stuff you'll have to remember, and also the stuff you'll want to, the more stuff you'll want to remember. And I'm gonna run over that deer. Yeah. Had to change direction. Didn't want to slow down though. All right. But yeah, realizing that there are certain reasons why we forget and remember certain things in our psyche, and in different things we.
This is a fine automobile.
Come on, it's okay. Don't go around me. Don't go around me. Just get off. Yeah. Don't want to hit the cap. Son of a bitch. I think what you should really realize, or should really try, is you should try to get to know yourself a little bit better. I always say this, and I always want to say this. It's just how much money do I have? I only have 21,000. Wait, do I have 21,000? Tuesday, 12/21. No, I have like 8,000, maybe. That's it. All right. Can't do anything. We're gonna go to the unknown question marks, because they just popped up. The more you try to but yeah, make sure you realize that the more you try out your hand in different stuff, the less you'll forget. It's repetition, and my memory was kind of built like that through school. I can probably stop it, because I can try things once and try to realize what I remembered from the first time I did something, instead of trying to got the stunt jump, got the stunt jump, got the stunt jump, yeah, yeah, shit. All right, but yeah, make sure you're doing what you want to do, you know, when it's all said and done, you know? Make sure you're doing the thing you want to do, you know? Like, Instead of throwing bombs in Syria, you can be a chef whenever people stop fighting in Syria. Or something, you know? Realize there's a profession for everything. There are professional feet smellers. They get paid like $75,000 a year. Professional feet smellers. There are it's the reason why when I clean my feet, I smell my hands, or I smell the rag that I'm cleaning my feet with, or I smell a finger because I didn't feel like taking a shower at that certain given moment, but I knew my feet stunk.
Alhambra Drive in Sandy Shores.
I'm really lazy sometimes. I don't do things. It's okay.
Copy that, dispatch. Animals on the loose.
People are like, hey, why don't you go to outside to parties? Why didn't the party come to me, man? Because people don't have different interests, man. That's why. Because people have different interests. People have different interests. Why do they have different interests? Because they do. And that's why. I own this? Do I own this? Do I own this? I don't think I do. Okay, I don't own this. It's a boss job. This is from last time.
Oh, nice place you got here.
Oh, yeah, it's easy to mock, isn't it, huh? Cheap and fucking easy. But, this here is my place. And my work paid for my place.
All right, relax. I was just being sarcastic.
Yeah, well, don't be, all right? Because the world doesn't need any more sarcasm. It's the blight of the age.
Yeah, I get the point.
You don't get the point. You're like every other asshole. You made a bit of money, and you became a turd.
Got news for you. I was always a turd.
No! You weren't, man. You were something. But now, man, you're like this place. You're a shell.
Go fuck yourself. Are you some kind of pure morally justifiable asshole? What, because you're totally psychotic, somehow it's okay?
I'm honest, all right? You're the hypocrite.
Oh yeah, you're a fucking hero, so far above it all.
Oh yeah? Well, I'm not above ripping open your fucking chest to see what's replaced your heart.
Rip it open! See what's there, baby, because I'm ready.
Hello? Oh, ladies, what's up?
Fuck off!
Listen. I'm sorry, but we've got a problem. Government funding thing. We need you to, investigate a research lab upstate.
It's about terrorism, the big one, nerve gas, biological terror.
Thank God I don't pay tax.
Listen, you'll need some fairly standard gear. Boat, tandem rotor heavy lift helicopter, truck, weapons. You'll have to source all of that. Chopper alone will set you back a couple of mil.
Oh, no worries there. Trevor here, he just came into a lot of money.
Is that sarcasm?
Oh, you're fucking A-right at sarcasm. You fuck. A few weeks ago, I was happily retired, sulking by my swimming pool. And my psychotic best friend shows up out of nowhere to torture me over mistakes I made. Honest mistakes I made over a decade ago. We, our little posse, are flat fucking broke. But hey, let's go out and spend $2 million on a tandem rotor fucking chopper so I can go steal nerve gas from fucking terrorists. Forgive me, you ignorant fuck. But sarcasm is all I fucking got. Sarcasm! And a room full of you cunts!
Yes! Woo! Welcome back, man. It is the old you.
Yeah, well, we gotta go. It's been great, but Dave here's got a Pilates class. Now remember, ladies, you keep us way out of this thing. Bye-bye.
Ah, Jesus. All right, I'll give Lester a fucking call. He said he knew about something.
Now you tell him that we're driving towards Paleto Bay. Come on, you're driving us up to the bank.
Get into your car.
I'm calling Lester.
I think that a lot of times when people try to think about when they forget,
what now?
Is like they try to jog their memory. It's like, what was I doing this thing? What was I doing there? What was I doing there? How was I doing this?
A bank in the sticks. I need you to meet us there. Paleto Bay, right?
That's the one. I'll get on a bus.
All right, Lester's meeting us there. Don't start.
I won't. No way. Good call. If you're taking down a bank for a few million, first thing you do is call the hospital, tell them to get you a guy in a wheelchair.
Oh, this hayseed bank, you gonna be carrying that kind of change?
Local law enforcement extort money from all the weed farms, whorehouses, meth kitchens in the area. They keep their cash in safe deposit boxes. Then there's all the normal small-town payroll stuff.
We should do well. You know, I've been thinking about you, Trevor. Your lifestyle.
Oh, have you?
Really? Yes, I have. People always try to label you. You know? Maniac, psycho,
friend, industry leader.
In some ways you defy categorization. But then...
What?
Think about it. Where you live.
Sandy Shores, you precious ass. I'm sorry there ain't a place nearby for you to get your colonics.
Right. But why are you out here?
It's off the grid. We're away from it all. It's somewhere real and authentic. This is America! And real people ain't been priced out yet.
Yeah, well, what if it gets gentrified?
Then I'll fucking move.
Okay. What about the way you dress?
What about it? I don't give a shit what I wear.
No. If you don't give a shit, you wear clean clothes that fit. So yours are all a little out there, a little wacky.
Whatever's in the shop is what I get. Jesus, what is this?
It's not an absence of taste, T. It's the opposite of taste.
You should be a stylist.
And then there's the tattoos, the hair, the weird music, the funny toys, the niche drugs, the everything.
What the fuck are we talking about?
You are a hipster.
What?
You're a hipster. I hate hipsters. Classic hipster denial.
I abhor hipsters. I eat them for fun.
Hipsters love saying they hate hipsters.
What I really fucking do!
Self-hatred. Common hipster affliction.
Well, it'll be because I'm living out here away from the bean machines and the bankers.
You're gentrifying. Soon, the skinny jeans will show up, then the skinny lattes, and then the bankers. And you'll be somewhere else, starting the cycle all over again. Maybe you're not a classic garden variety hipster, but you're what the hipsters aspire to be. You, Trevor, are the proto-hipster.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't agree with what you're saying. You're talking shit. You're trying to wind me up, but I'm very
wrong address.
Angry, and I want this conversation to stop right away. The bus stops up here.
All right. How long does it take us to get out here from LS? Come on, man, knock it off.
What?
I'm gonna break your fucking fingers. You don't knock that shit off.
Well, please, all right? You'd alleviate the boredom.
Ah, finally. Hey.
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 Welcome to paradise. Come on, car's this way.
Dry out here. Don't worry, brother. Mark will take care of all your moisturizing needs. Oh. Shall we?
Might as well get started. Drive us to the bank. And we'll go to the front of the bank, clock the entrance. If the paperwork's correct, the alarm will be a relic. We should be in and out before the local PD knows what's happening.
He lost his lunch. I'm good.
That's the entrance to the bank. Nothing special. Take us around back.
Okay.
No regard for the populace.
Well, fuck you too, motherfucker.
There's an empty lot behind, and no one should pay attention to us back there.
I like it. Yeah, the place is remote. It's got the right amount of foot traffic. This'll do.
Let's check out the alarm to be sure. Drive over to the empty lot with the open-top dumpster in it.
It's not ideal. It's gonna cost more to break that system than the score's gonna pay.
Well, we're gonna have to find a new score.
No. This is the score. What are our options?
It's a dumb idea, but we could trigger the alarm. See what kind of response they throw out.
That is a dumb idea.
Hey, you heard the man, all right? Shoot the sucker.
Okay, I brought my police scanner. Drive over to the gas station opposite the bank, and we'll monitor chatter.
All right.
This is Toledo-based security services frequency. We have a code 30 Adam. Alarm going off at Blaine County Savings Bank. All cars in the area, please respond.
Toledo cars 3, 6, 9, and 1 will be there in 50 seconds.
Roger that. 4 units. Backup team at station is available.
They've dispatched 4 cars in 60 seconds and more on standby. And it isn't even 30 Victor or shots fired. Oh, this is a real headache.
What do you got on the clock?
40 seconds.
This is Toledo Security. Any updates on the code 30 Adam? Backup ready to mobilize.
This is not normal. The response is out of proportion.
Cops in this county are dirty. The alarm just went off on their piggy bank.
This is them. What is that, a 67-second response time?
4 cars. More in the wings.
Bad cops, guarding dirty money. Fuck how many? We can take this.
Wait right here. We'll see if anything about their routine suggests a weakness.
Toledo Radio, this is Toledo car 3. We have a code 12, false alarm, possibly triggered intentionally.
Roger that. We're gonna set up checkpoints on the Great Ocean Highway and the Sonora Freeway. Car-to-car searches and record checks.
Checkpoints? Searches? Fuck this! I ain't getting caught because Lester needs a wheelchair.
Hey! Wheelchair or not, we're still faster than your ass.
Well, I'm not gonna outrun a cop. We've gotta go.
We're going. And if we're in front of Trevor, he'll be the one running from the cops.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so forgetting stuff. Like I forget to, God dang it. I think that, what you should start to realize if you, forget over a certain period of time, is to give yourself exercises to be able to create different parts of different things in your brain. Realize that that your life deserves practice and preparing for things.
Hey, wheelchair or not, we're still faster than your ass.
I'm not gonna outrun a cop. We've gotta go. We're going.
I think most of the time when people start thinking about stuff, heavy stuff, like, they should have realized that that's sometimes the only stuff that they actually remember on a daily basis is how to be good or how to be nice to people. It doesn't take a lot to just be nice, you know? It didn't take a big fancy card to just say, hey, how's it going? Oh, yes, sir. No, sir. Thank you, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yay, that's amazing. You did a great job. It doesn't take a lot. It may take a lot in some people's lives because they haven't done it a lot. And everything takes practice. Don't forget to be a good person. Don't forget to be nice to people. Ah, god damn it. Ah, so I gotta... God damn it. I find that that most of the time when you're trying to be there for someone, or you're trying to be for someone or around someone, and you're trying to tell them that you like them or tell them that you want to be around them, I find it extremely hard sometimes to tell them that, because I'm basically imposing on their time. And I found it really hard to actually do that sometimes, to actually tell people that I think they're cute and I want their phone number and I want to go out on a date with them eventually. But that's something that I remember. I remember being afraid, and there's something about that fear or that nervousness that gave me so oh man, what's the word? It's just an invigoration.
Jesus, what took you so long?
Had to let you win.
Set up a board over here.
Oh. Michael, man, your blood sugars are low. I'm making you some leftovers.
I'm fine, T.
Huh? No, I'm the host, man. You know, I don't want you to get hungry and moody, all right? Then you're gonna be making the wrong decisions.
Man, I've been making wrong decisions my whole life. That's how I ended up here.
Yo, bon appetito.
Jesus Christ, Trevor, what is that?
What's wrong with you? That's just a what? An eyelid. That's probably not even human. Unless that gas station job.
Gentlemen, some plans for your attention?
Good. I'm gonna stay here a minute longer than I have to.
So I think our little experiment showed that the response will be too quick to beat and too strong to walk through. That means you gotta face the cops head on.
Dirty cops.
The dirty cops head on.
Head on? Man, I don't know.
You'll be prepared. Convoys carrying military-grade hardware pass near here to get to Fort Zancudo. I propose hijacking one and using the equipment to get an
You ever
edge on the
think people...
locals. I can get you the exact details of the shipment as soon as we're done here.
You ever think
Anyway,
people
you won't
who
be outside
like
the bank too long.
who
Toledo
actually
Bay
do
is-
rob banks
well,
get
it's a
ideas
bank,
from this
so
shit?
you're a street away
Because
from
it
the
is
water,
like
and
not
Frank
even
could be
true.
waiting in a boat to get you out of there. I know none of this is ideal.
There's no
but
way they
the
like.
way I can
It's
see
like yeah, we
people
hide all
score
of our
and
evidence
providing
money
for FIB
at the one
paymasters.
where it's easier to get to. It's like no.
Personnel?
Just a gunman.
They don't
He'll
want it to be
taking on the cops
easier
for
to
these,
easy
so
to
my
get to by
advice,
any
choose
means.
someone
They want
good.
you to accidentally crash into something.
Think about my buddy Chef, okay? Consummate professional.
This really the guy you want?
That should do.
I'll get the equipment together. Michael, you reach out to Franklin. Trevor, you do what you do.
Roger that.
I'll call you when we're ready to move on this.
You want to bunk with us? I mean, it's gonna be tight, but, you know, mi casa, su casa.
I'll get a motel, thanks.
All right, suit yourself.
Come on, I'll give you a ride.
Adios, amigos.
Yeah.
Franklin, buddy, what's up?
Hey, look, there's these redneck dudes been looking for you, homie. Some angry motherfuckers. I found where they stay, man, and I've been following them.
Okay, well, it's gotta be the O'Neill brothers. What's left of them. I'll pick up Michael and we'll come to you.
T, hey, man.
So remember, to be a good person first, because no matter how much cool stuff you know, or how easy it is to say big words, or how hard it is to say smaller words, or anything like that, realize that if you don't have a sense of humor, or if you don't have a realize that you only have so much energy, okay? It's like you can eat as much food as you want all the time, but there are other factors that come into play whenever you're like basically wanting to eat food and do a bunch of stuff. or when you're wanting to eat food, do a bunch of stuff, realize that there are other factors that weigh in. Your digestive. If you eat too much food, you have to understand that there are the acid in your stomach has to reapply or redo itself. You're basically sometimes on borrowed time when it comes to certain things. I'm gonna rob this this ammunition. That's what I'm gonna do. It's 110. Yay. I need to. Yeah. Well, I'm at an hour and 43 minutes. I'm gonna keep on going. Nice. I realize that most of the times what people don't really choose to do sometimes is it's like realize that first. Like you can have as much vision, you can have as much vision as you want to, but as much like pure talent as much as you want, but the more you start to favor that over being a good person or being a nice person is when people don't care about what you do anymore. As soon as you start favoring that over being like, because that's the whole reason why people want to be like you, is because you're like an all-around good person, or you're an all-around great athlete, or not just a great athlete, but someone who's good off the field as good as on. And the more you don't exalt that, and the more you don't, or even a performer, the more you push people away and think that you're gonna get on talent alone, get along on talent alone, the more you're gonna start to realize that people don't give a shit anymore. People aren't gonna give a shit about you once you start to realize that you don't give a shit, or once you start to think that you don't give a shit about them.
Whoa!
At least I had a helmet on.
Wow! Well, you're a somebody.
Cool. Son of a bitch. I think most of the time, what you're really going to start to understand what everyone's going to start to understand, even if they're not paying attention, is that there's more to what you think about in life. There's more to being a good person than just doing your job. Don't just be a good person. Because being a good person can get you in trouble too. But don't just be good at your job. Because the more you start to realize that other people are good at their jobs too, learn how to take breaks. Learn how to forget about stuff. Sometimes the more important thing in your life is to learn about forgetting about deadlines than it is to learn about keeping them in the forefront of your frontal cortex, or whatever cortex it is that makes you think about certain things. That's a bigger truck. I'm taking that one. The more you realize that if you let yourself, you can get it on the first try. You can not only be good at your job, but be good at being a good person. And remember that you're
any telltale signs.
Smell any funny spices?
Я ничего не вижу, босс. Эй, передави документы.
What?
Паспорт давай, ебарь, мам.
I don't fucking understand you.
Да ты по-английски не шаришь. Что за хуйня с тобой? Я говорю, паспорт покажи. Все вы нелегалы как один. И под гражданским арестом, ты понял? Америка — страна возможностей, а я воспользуюсь возможностью послать тебя обратно через границу, откуда ты приперся.
What?
Very good, Joseph. Real fine. We'll make a civilian protector of our nation's borders from undesirable elements of you yet. Sorry, citizen, just a training exercise.
Ah, okay. Well, I'm so glad that you patriots are out here defending this fine American desert sand.
Well, thank you.
When you could be in town fucking some girls and further destroying the gene pool.
Hey, there's a real problem here.
Да, люди, мотивированы необходимостью прокормить свои семьи, едут сюда работать по-черному за копейки и прут в эту страну.
It's a disaster! And that's why we formed the Civil Border Patrol. Wait! My Patriot meter's going off. Huh? Come on, both of you. We've got some illegals over them hills. Come on, you drive. You drive, let's go. Drive, get in the back. What's your name, citizen? I'm Joe, that there's Joseph. Trevor. Okay, Trevor. Well, it's saying we need to head for the Yellow Jack Inn.
Oh, good. They love me in there.
I'm definitely getting a strong reading. The Patriot meter predicts undesirables with up to 79% accuracy.
Surely this is a sick joke. I mean, I love hanging with freaks, but you two losers cannot be for real.
Unfortunately, this is as real as it gets. These people are criminals who threaten our way of life and drive down our property prices.
Они думают, что могут приехать сюда в поисках лучшей жизни для себя и своей семьи. Это противоречит Конституции.
Come one, come all, I say. This country's got bigger problems to deal with.
Well, that's because you've been brainwashed by the secular media. Don't you worry, though. We'll convert
Yes.
you. My brother showed some, well, let's just call it sexual weakness in his younger days. But now he's a happily married man with 3 children, and he rarely acts out. If you do well in your civil border patrol trial, we will, of course, pay you for your time. Last time I looked, this was still a service-driven market economy. Well, they must be inside. Go see if you can flush them out, Trevor.
Is there any place in the world I'd rather be than drunk as a skunk at the Alamo Sea? I said to the wife, bitch, I'm going out for a snack.
Hey, you're banned.
Oh, this is pointless. Everyone in here has done something illegal.
Hey, Trevor, get out here now! They're in that car, let's go! Quick, they're getting away! Go, go! Let's bring him in, boys! Here, take the stun gun!
Really?
Nobody needs to die here, we're civilized people. How can you
Shit.
not keep up with 2 drunk mariachi singers?
Report to 245 in, western Alamo City. Adam 1.
Полетели!
The Alamo City, a vehicle theft.
Hold on to your pointed hats! We're taking the scenic route.
They're a law unto themselves! Hey, you, stop the vehicle! This is a citizen's arrest! Well, of course they wouldn't understand me, now would they, Joseph?
Они отказываются ассимилироваться.
I don't know. They come here taking our job.
All those mariachi singer jobs have been stolen.
They don't just take one. No. Some of them are doing 2 or 3 thankless low-paid jobs to support their families. It's an outrage.
This is actually propaganda.
Oh, Lord!
They're having a lot more fun in their car.
Well, look at them, drunk out of their minds on Uncle Sam's dime.
Перенаселение страны и осквернение коренного населения. Это не по-американски.
Look, now's our chance. Go subdue those illegals, Trevor. I want to see how you handle that stun gun. Huh? No, not now.
Who are you guys?
¡Loco de remate! ¿Qué pasa? No veo nada.
No te aceleres, compa. We gotta stick together. You can't be in the Civil Border Patrol if you can't use a stun gun.
Those that short.
If we turn on each other, they've won.
Sorry about that, pal.
Don't apologize to them. They're the ones breaking the law here.
Okay. I do what you say. Gringos locos.
Oh, very nice, Trevor. Respectful but firm. We can handle it from here. Get in the vehicle. You've had your fun. It's time to go home.
Please no more. I go with you.
Well, thanks for the help, citizen. America's a little bit safer because of you.
Демократия. За короля и страну.
Hey, $500. Yeah. I got $500. I got $500. There's a car, but I can't get into it because it's fucking retarded. Alright. Can't say, and yes, I did say the word retarded. I don't associate the word retarded with autistic people or people with disabilities, because retarded is an old English term. People don't know this. The reason why the word is called retarded, it's called tarred and feathered and banished from a village for being a what? Village idiot. It's not a autistic thing. It's doing stupid shit like getting drunk and peeing and shitting outside when you know that you can pee inside and you have the ability. That's what tarred and feathered means. It's an old English term. Tarred and feathered and banished from the town. Old American, actually, technically speaking, because it's the original 13 colonies. That's what they would do to people that they didn't like. They would invite them to have a party. They'd invite him to have a party in the middle of a big town bar. Or the town watering hole. And then they'd be like, well, you won. You won a new thing. It's like you get to go to the next village and propagate with all those beautiful women out there, and they're willing and welcome and ready to have you. All you gotta do is go with our customs. And what they would do is get you drunk, sloppy as shit. They would get you sloppy drunk, completely and utterly piss-faced. Then they will put not hard tarmac, but tar. I'd say not really like a tar. It's more like a. It wasn't really hot, really, but it was like it's like this. Because they didn't want to really hurt you. They wanted animals to eat off you, though, to think you were a bird. Hence the reason why they were telling you that you were had a party and you were going to be sent off to a prestigious academy or anything like that. And then what they would do is they would feather you, and they would tar you, and then they would kick you out of the city, and you'd wander drunk into probably some sort of animal's den and hopefully die. That's what retard meant. It's like, do you want us to tar and feather you and then kick you out and send you into the wilderness? Hence the reason for like things like snipe hunting and stuff like that. So that's what retard means. It doesn't mean anything about disabilities. It never really did. That's what. And if people are like, oh my god, you don't know what retard actually does mean, it's like, no, that's it. It means that's what people used to do when they were insensitive, and those people got kicked out of those countries and towns and places. They would do a lot of stuff to a lot of disabled people too. A lot of different countries did that. It wasn't just the Nazis. It was really bad because people thought that disabled people would stricken a gene pool. Like if anyone had sex with them and had children with them, then their children would have disabilities too. And then those children will have children that have disabilities. And they were afraid of that. because that's what that was. But and then that's the way that they would call people retarded. Is that's the reason, is tarred and feathered, and then kicked out of a town because of their quote disability. So that's that. People can be mean. That's why I fear surprise parties. I fear them. That's probably why I'm not actually too keen on going to too many parties at all. It's because I don't really like putting myself in the limelight, I guess, sometimes. Or most of the time. I'm not afraid of it. I do really know that I could, if anyone would ever try to do that to me, or anyone would ever, I don't like fear that, but I fear being put in the limelight and then doing something, not doing something stupid, but someone not liking it, or someone judging me, and then I have an enemy for the rest of my life. I found out a lot of people have a lot of people have insensitivity sometimes, or they don't want to be put into a certain group or anything like that. It's not stuff that I make up in my own head. It's just I associate sometimes excitement or the fact that I'm excited with being a fool. Sometimes because I made my own way as pretending to not know as much stuff as I actually do. But also in the same sense, I'd say what people really don't understand, like really don't understand, is that I'm like 20 steps ahead of anyone. I'm always thinking like 30 or 40, sometimes steps ahead of myself. Like, I'm always assessing risks, and I'm always constantly thinking about the next thing that's going to happen. And it's not a hobby or anything like that, or something that I take pride in. It's just stuff that I do. And when I forget, I know that I can train my brain to be able to remember in a certain sense or more, or probably 20 more senses, that I'm just constantly thinking about the next thing. That's not... It's normal. People don't call it normal, but I think it's normal. And I'm at 2 hours and 8 minutes. So it's a heavy-duty fence. You can tell because I didn't break it. I'm gonna go see if I can get attacked by these dudes, and god damn it. Alright, so I'm gonna go run into my ultimate demise. But also try to stay alive as long as possible. It's my survival game. It's called Run Away from Martine. Martine and his goons. I find a lot of times that that whenever I think about 20 to 30 moves ahead, I have to readjust and reset things constantly. I have to reset my thought pattern and constantly think about something else, or maybe take a physical cue to be able to change a mental note. I really don't like just sitting and doing nothing most of the time. But I really do have to force myself to sit and do nothing most of the time, because it's really, really hard for me to just do nothing. Either I'm fiddling my fingers, thinking about something, I'm thinking about whatever I'm doing, or however I'm doing it. Like right now, I'm hearing stuff like happen, and I'm wondering who it is. I noticed that there's a oh my god, I'm thinking so many steps ahead of people sometimes. I'm trying to guess where the person is walking, I guess. Right now, because I heard something. Right now I'm noticing that there's hard steps, so I think that it's another person that I actually know the steps of.
My spotters tell me you're back in Los Santos, Mr. Phillips. What excellent news.
Oh, don't mind me, Marty. I'm just here to kill some of your people.
I find out a lot of times that I'm
lucky man.
God damn it. I find out a lot of times that people try to call me like a pussy or a pansy or anything like that, just to push my buttons, and oh man. I guess what people are actually trying to look for is when will it end, or when will they end, or when will they be the end, or when will it be the end for them. I'm always trying to look and see what will be my 30th step from now. I'm trying to look and see, plan out every action right as it's happening, but 30 steps before. 30 to 50 maybe even a mile or two. Like, figuratively speaking, maybe even a few months from now, or a few years from now, or anything. People try to say that oh, you make stuff up. You like to make things up, don't you? Even my mom. I'm just like, yeah, I like to make stuff up. I really do. Because you never know what's out there. You never know. And just because you're paranoid doesn't mean that someone's not out to get you. That note sat well with me, kind of. Or sat hard with me, I guess. I didn't even see the movie, but I saw a book title. And that's the reason why I stopped reading books. That's the biggest reason why I stopped reading books. It's because obviously people were instead of an experience when you read a book, we are consumers, basically. We are a commodity. So people would scare you into writing or reading a book. So I just got scared out of reading completely since I was, say, like, it was like 15 or 16, I guess. I can't really relatively pick what height I was. So I'd say it was about 15 or 16 when I stopped reading. And I stopped reading fiction, basically. I love watching movies with sci-fi and a whole bunch of different stuff like that. And I've read comic books, like so many comic books. And I've read so many books too. It's like I've relatively understood what the art of war means. But I don't really think about it because I never really read it. I just got quotables basically from it and the clip notes of it, and I just realized that it's going to talk about a whole bunch of different stuff, and it's going to say metaphors and different quips and different things like that to actually make you associate what you're living with what you're actually, or what you're reading with what you're living right now. It's like Nostradamus things. He wrote in so many different metaphors, so people would actually think that he's like telling the future, when in actuality the probability of anything happening is so the probability of things happening that in question of something happening, there's like 20 or 30 different iterations of what he actually said, or 20 or 30 different metaphorical iterations of what he actually can say, or what he's saying with the words that he's saying. Maybe he was just a generalistic or statistic junkie, basically. Because it was known that when any country militarizes, they either become more efficient or it's the end of times. They'll either one of two iterations of things that have eyes. I've read the Bible, I read the Revelations and all that other different stuff, and it's just like you're Nostradamus. You're Nostradamus. That's what you're doing. You're when a creature that has so many eyes and can see everywhere at once, or has so many eyes on its body, it's a metaphor, man. And if it's a real creature, then it's really hurting its sockets all the time. And if you make a creature like that in a lab somewhere, then I hate you. Because why would you do that to a creature? That's not cool. And if there's a creature that has that some sort of thing right there, then it pisses me off, man. It pisses me off that people would just say stuff like that and say that, oh, there's so many creatures. I'm sure that there in biblical times, I'm sure that there were a lot more creatures than there are today, because we are stupid humans who eat them sometimes. Stupid humans. All of us. But in order for us to survive, sometimes things need to die. It's the way that the world works, man. Chicken's gotta die, man. Chicken's gotta die in order for it to be barbecue. It's delicious.
You want to end up in the trunk of this thing?
I more so think about stuff that like not to say that like, oh, I'm talking on the points that everyone else has talked about so far. It's just like, oh my God, there's talking about he's talking about I don't get it sometimes when people think the way people think sometimes, or the way people use excuses to hide things, because they're hiding stuff. They're probably hiding stuff for what they think is the military, and then the military is that military, but a different military, and they need to really fess up sometimes to the actual police or the actual military. It's stupid, man. And yes, I do think sometimes that people know better than me. I do understand, and peer review, it's a lot easier to be able to think about something being real.
Dark gray sedan. Citizens report 505 in western Fort Zancudo.
I think most of the time what we should do with ourselves is realize our potential by
Suspect is walking.
Roger that.
by making a better future tomorrow. Because there are people that can actually see to the future tomorrow. To be able, not to see to the future tomorrow, but see a different possibility that actually can happen. Because people can visualize actual possibilities. So it's actually possible to predict the future years in advance. So in believing and knowing that, understanding that, oh my goodness, that people are gonna know what like, that's the reason why I choose not to make things sometimes, and I chose not to be able to make stuff, because something inside of me was like, hey, you might want to hold off on doing all that shit because something's gonna happen, and I know it. It's like I can feel it. I can feel it in the air. I can just feel it. I know that, not like an environmental thing. It's like I can properly put together the code and possibilities of about something in my head, about people believing in something that is just so completely out there that I guess what you don't understand about what you don't understand about the actual, like, I can see so far ahead that it's like there's a drop-off of some kind for life itself. There's like this, it's like this, it's not water, it's not the coast or anything like that. It's like there's just drop-off. Metaphorical, just complete and utter drop-off. And I think that people think that it's just us going to heaven, or people think it's going to heaven, but you don't realize is you can't be in two places at once. The devil and the God, all the other different stuff like that. It's a recipe for torture and insanity. I know it. I know it forever. I've known it since the beginning of my existence. I've literally felt it. I urge people not to believe in things. Be skeptical. Be skeptical in anything that comes your way. Not to say that if it stays that way, then you can believe in it. Don't believe. Don't. Just don't. Don't believe in other people. Believe in yourself, and that's it. Do things for yourself, and that's it. And it's not just to be a good person. You need to build on yourself to be able to make it to the next day. You need to be able to understand that and not let your mind wander so much. Be fortified within yourself and understand that, because
What?
it's like I can feel it. Like I can feel it breathing on me. Not breathing down my neck or anything like that. It's far away, but it's like a slow moving death, and that's basically what I think is what the real reason why they came up with the thing for zombies. It's like that's the reason why I get so wait, hey, it doesn't matter anymore, sort of thing, you know? Like, it's like this doesn't matter anymore for the specific reason. It's literally, it doesn't matter because there's people, when you push the edges of revenge to be able to push an economy, when you push the edges of anger and push it into your protest, I mean, just realize it's just things were made for us to protest. I can protest anything I feel like from literally my living room. You can disagree with someone and still be okay. You can say, hey, don't put that there all the way, because you'll basically set an entire country on fire. You know, that whole thing. It's like, that's the problem with sometimes staying with yourself and realizing not to let your mind wander, because new ideas are good, new ideas are fun, they're great, but But if you can't stick with the ideas that you stick with, if you're not if you're not individually sound, I guess, then what you really need to realize is that you're individually bankrupt. And not just like monetarily, but mentally bankrupt. People don't know what mentally bankrupt is. As you spent so much time of your mind, in your mind, wandering everywhere you possibly could, not understanding that literally sometimes you can wander outside of yourself. That's a real thing. It can be, if quantum physics is a real thing, then that's what basically the if quantum physics is real, if quantum physics is at all real or possible at all, if two things can exist, if one thing can exist and then split to two and then have that thing, then there is no thing to stop us from literally wandering out of our own consciousness and wandering into something completely dangerous. And no, it's probably not the devil, but it's probably worse. It's probably an existence of suffering and pain, and that's all that is. Because realize that that's what people did when they just survived. Realize that there is a primal ancestry in every single one of us. I really didn't feel like letting that guy talk. Very primal, and that primalness was like, wasn't that long ago. It really wasn't. And you never know if it's like, do you think that it's like, I don't know sometimes, because realize that if that's a real thing. I'm not saying that like, oh, I'm a crackpot or something like that, or no, I don't. I just know that it's a possible inevitability through quantum physics and an event horizon sort of thing. Realize that that it is truly possible to run into someone else's subconscious. That whole Inception bullshit, it could possibly happen. But instead of just appearing in their dream, you could literally appear on the plane. And if you keep yourself like on the plane that you're in, but you have to understand that like it's just it is real. It is exactly real. And I've felt it before. I've literally felt it. And
you have entered Fort Zancudo airspace. Divert immediately.
Son of a bitch. Okay, what do I gotta do? What do I gotta do? What do I gotta do? Go over the water, go over the water, go over the water. And then... Okay. Go over the water, go over the water. Here we go. Yes! I'm amazing. I got a parachute. God damn it. But yeah, it's something that I I can really, like, that I've felt before. Like, I wandered one time, and it was literally something with just my eyes closed. And that's, I think, the reason why I can't remember anything before 4, I guess. Because I remember flashes of my own adolescence and things like that, but I also remember seeing someone in a truck, and I also remember seeing a couple going to their bedroom. Nothing like really graphic or anything like that, but I was 4 years old, and that did kind of like didn't really sit well with me, I guess, and they were smiling. I saw, let's see, I saw another couple who was in full coitus, but I couldn't see their bodies or anything like that. I just saw them, their faces, and their outline. And realize that it's real. So when your mind wanders every day, when your mind wanders, realize that it can wander into a minefield.
Squish.
And that's not the start of some series or anything like that. And I'm sure somebody might turn it into something like that. But realize that if ever somebody turns it into a series, then they're going to realize exactly if they, oh man, it's just, it's so hectic, dude. It's really hectic. It's really unbelievably real. And I've heard, and not just deja vu, like not just that, like literally things that I've never seen before. Not just deja vu, like not just like, oh my god, I remember being here in this exact situation. No, I remember something about someone literally that I had never seen up until a certain point and will never experience that ever. Like, I've never experienced that. Like I will never go to someone's house and act like a dog. But I think what really people need to start understanding is, as soon as you start having those dreams, you really need to talk to a therapist. Nice. You really do need to talk to a therapist. And if there are none around, then literally people will start losing their minds. People can start losing their minds. Like what that dude did, that they ate that guy's face off in Florida. He wasn't on any drugs. People have to start being more careful with themselves. People have to start being more careful with the things that they do. And no matter what, they have to start understanding that if this is like Harry Potter or something like that, nobody's a muggle. There are no mudbloods or any no-mages, because it's all real, man. It's probably all real. Not all the stuff in Harry Potter, but a basic a basic realization that every matter has an energy. And in realization that every matter has energy, it also understands that within that matter lies a quantum state. And within that quantum state lies a genetic code. Within that quantum state of genetic code lies literally a graphic representation of what our dreams are. And literally, if you could understand how fast that could move from one person to another, just as much as we speak, or as much as we do, or as much as we see, or as much as we even inherently consume. Realize that there are so many things that can get you in trouble. So many things that could get you in trouble. And people are going to need to understand it, and it's probably going to happen soon. But and it probably just isn't going to happen just with me. So, and it probably already hasn't. But realize that there are worlds out there that no one knows about. That there are things out there that no one sees and no one experiences just yet. But if everyone was to experience it, then it would be just like a virus. And zombies would be real. And a whole bunch of different stuff. Because people just wandering and not realizing that they came to that state in order to be able to experience something individually. And not just wandering about. Because if they are just wandering about and they're solid state or solid mass, then they have to realize that forgetting stuff all the time is a very, very bad thing. But also realizing that within that state, I felt something when I was, whatever I was doing, traveling. I felt something that repelled me. And it felt cold. And it was dark. Really dark. And I don't know what I saw, because I saw myself literally on the ground crying. And then I realized through a certain thing that in turn I don't know, it just I gotta stop thinking so much. Y'all have a good day. Don't forget to remember, but then if you remember, don't remember to forget. Alright? So, forgetting, remembering, all those other different things. Have a good day. Enjoy yourself. And I just stepped into some serious territory. Have a good day.